Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Ali Reza and this is Vernaka. We're reading stories and learning English. So I want you to look at the photo here because we're reading the story of a very foolish person. This very stupid person has done something crazy. I want you to imagine her story from the pictures. Can you look at the pictures, and try to imagine what the story is? Maybe you can even say it aloud without reading the text, just the pictures. Maybe you can say it yourself as well, or you can recount a story and also predict how it will end, and that can help build your creativity plus your English skills. But maybe for now we can go ahead and read the text. It says, Maya always played it safe until one day she decided to take a risk. She quit her job and opened a travel pancake truck. A traveling pancake truck. So we're talking about the story of a woman who always played it safe. Played safe means she didn't take any risks. So she had a normal 9 to 5 job, everything simple. And one day she said, I wonder if I can take a risk. And she started, her own business. What is this business? It's a traveling pancake truck. It means she sells pancakes, as you see in the picture, and it's traveling. It's not stationary. So she opens a traveling pancake truck. So that's great, right? Nothing wrong with that. Love the idea. But let's see what happens afterward. But on the first day, the truck caught fire because she tried to cook pancakes with a hairdryer. So, as I said, this is a story of a very stupid person. She doesn't use a stove to cook food. Instead, she uses hairdryer. You see this thing in the picture? If I can bring it down here. You see there is a hairdryer in her hand. That's a hairdryer. So instead of using a stove, she's trying to use a hairdryer. And obviously it's not a good idea to cook with a hairdryer. Because she did that, the truck caught fire. Remember, caught is the past form of catch. Catch fire, starts to have fire. So the truck caught fire because she tried to cook cook pancakes with a hairdryer. People came to help and laughed so hard they posted videos online. They laughed so hard, and I don't blame them. This was a stupid idea, so uh, I mean, she deserves that probably. But let's pay attention to the pronunciation of the word laughed. I've already told you that if you have the sounds of SH, CH, S, if you have a word that ends with one of these sounds, then you have ed. The ed is pronounced as a te. And here's the same thing. Laugh, the word laugh, is pronounced with a fe sound, right? So it's laughed. Laughed. That's the way to pronounce it. Okay. They laughed so hard they posted videos online. Now look at the picture. She seems to be happy. Why? The next week, she had lines around the block. The block is the area where you live. We're talking about building blocks, like apartment blocks, right? So around the block, there were lines of people. There were queues of people. Why? Is it because of her pancakes? Well, her pancakes were not bad, but her cooking fail? Legendary. Legendary. Amazing. Taking a risk never tasted so sweet, she said. So the idea is that she took a risk. She even made some foolish mistakes. Regardless, she succeeded. And that's the point of this story. It's okay to sometimes take risks. You might find yourself doing crazy things after you take the risk and you say, wow, I've been foolish. And it's okay. Sometimes horrible things happen, and sometimes it pays off. Let's learn this phrase. Pay off. Pay off is when you take a risk or you make an investment and you get good results for the investment you've made. So you can say pay off. My investment in learning English really paid off. So it means this investment that I made was worth it. I made a good investment. I got some good results. Or the risk paid off. So you took a risk and it paid off. The result was good. This is what happens with her. Let me see if I can find a quick definition for payoff online. Payoff, yield good results. Yes, this is a good definition for it. Yield, or to give good results. And here are the two examples. My investment in learning English paid off. The risk paid off. I'm going to copy that in the vocabulary part of our lesson. Oh, lots of words to learn for the vocabulary. Okay. All right, let's go back. So I was telling you about the story. She took a risk. That's the first time you doubt yourself. When you take a risk, you're going to doubt yourself. Number two, she made a foolish mistake. That's the time you say, oh God, what have I done? And that's your second, hesitation, and it's okay. The third picture tells us that she's so happy because she's now famous and she's successful. I'm not saying that you should go out there and take crazy risks. You should take measured risks, risks that you can manage. And it's okay to sometimes make mistakes. Now, here's a word, taking a risk. To do something even if it might fail. For example, he took a risk by moving to another country with no job lined up. Lined up, it means it is not ready. You don't have it prepared. A job lined up. So I don't have a job lined up. Why should I go to another country? It means if I don't have a job that I can start working at when I go to another country, why should I go there? So lined up is ready. Now here are a few improvements. I want to try something even though I don't know if it will work. Instead, you can just say, I want to take a risk and start my own business. She's doing something that maybe is not safe, but it could be good. Instead of all of that, just say, she's taking a risk to follow her dream. He left his good job because he hopes something better will happen. Instead, you can say he took a risk to find a more meaningful career. I like this structure, a meaningful career. I think I have put it already in the vocabulary section. No, so let's do it now. Meaningful career. It's really important to have a meaningful career. There is this brilliant book. Let me see if I have it here now. If I could find it online. The book is called Bullshit Jobs. I'm going to try to find a picture of it and put it there. This brilliant book, Bullshit Jobs, here is a picture of the book, the cover of the book. It explains how half of the population don't have a meaningful career. 50% of people in the world believe that if they don't go to work tomorrow, nothing happens. Like, you need to know that when you go to work and come back, you have caused a positive change in the world. But most people, or half of the population, believes that it is not the case for them. They just go to work because they need to get paid. But the idea that you learn in this Bullshit Jobs book is that you need to have a job where you feel that your job matters. Also, I think a Nobel Prize winning Ecemoglu talked about this idea in one of his recent speeches. He won the Nobel Prize, I think, in the field of economics, probably, and he talks about how it's important to have a meaningful job. Let's imagine you have all the money in the world. You still need to know that you wake up in the morning, cause a positive change in the world, and go to bed at night. So that's why this structure is so important to me. Meaningful career. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. We got some questions that you can try to answer to improve your speaking. What's the biggest risk you've ever taken? The biggest risk I took was when I changed careers. I could explain about that, but I don't want this video to be too long. I just want you to know that you can give a good and long response to this, and it can help you improve your speaking skills. Just remember to speak out loud when you answer this question. Ideally in a classroom environment, but even if that's not the case, you can still talk to yourself aloud and answer the question. Next question is it better to take a risk or stay safe when planning your future? I don't want to put words in your mouth. It's your question and you have to answer it. But what I can tell you is I've heard from someone wise, once said, the biggest risk is not taking a risk. Imagine a world where everything is changing. If you don't do anything and just sit on the couch, then you are taking a risk. Next question, do you admire people who take risks even if they fail, and why? Admire is to say they did a good job, to say nice things about them, to believe that they did a good job. Do you admire people who take risks? Now, here are some of the words that we've learned in this video. We learned play it safe. We said that this woman, what was her name in the story? Maya. Maya, in the beginning, played it safe. She didn't want to take risks. Next phrase is catch fire. The past form of catch is caught. So we said her truck caught fire. Her dryer is the machine she used to cook. Horrible idea. Legendary, taking a risk. Even though, there should be no, even though. Meaningful, a meaningful career. Yeah, that's the one here. Okay. And admire. We also had the word payoff. All the hard work I had done over the summer paid off. Lined up. Do you have anything exciting lined up for the weekend? It means, do you have anything planned, ready? There is this expression. We didn't come across this expression in the video, but I could just tell you, having a chip on your shoulder is to seem angry all the time. Imagine what happened to Maya. She wanted to take a risk, and she had a beautiful pancake truck, a beautiful traveling pancake truck, and then it caught fire. She could be bitter. She could just say, oh God, I'm so unlucky, I'm so foolish. She could go around having a chip on her shoulder. So you can change your to her in this case. So she could go around with a chip on her shoulder, but no. She turned her failure into success. That's the idea of not having. Let's all try not to have a chip on our shoulders. And, oh, wait, why did I copied this twice? Okay, pay off. We already had it here. Let's just merge them. Okay. There's also a pronunciation point, something we can learn here. Quit her job. You don't necessarily need to say quit her job. You can just say she quit her job. She quit her job. Sometimes the H is not so pronounced with so much stress. It's just quit her job. Or told them. I told them. I told him. They're very difficult to distinguish, these two. Told them, told him. But I just want you to know that, so that when native speakers speak and use these, liaisons and connections, you can understand what they say. All right, so the rest is some pronunciation points, mostly good for Iranians. I don't think the rest of the world needs to learn these. These are specific pronunciation issues. And that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video.